You know the story, bro, already. Liverpool are setting the pace at the top of the table. Arsenal following, not so close, but yeah. But, you know, Liverpool, dog, let's just start there. Let's just start there. We all thought they were going to have a tough run of fixtures from the Aston Villa game to the City game. Now Newcastle, which is also a it's been a tricky fixture for them, but 2-2
Yeah,
draw away at Villa, 2-0 win, convincing 2-0 win away at City, and now
yeah.
another 2-0 win against Newcastle, bro. What were your thoughts on them on this game and their run through this tough run of fixtures?
I think what we noted in the last game, the last midweek fixtures that we kind of covered is the fact that Liverpool, you can see that as much as they're still strong, they seem like they still have that intent to win games. There are certain points in games, mid-game, where you can feel like, no, Ngati, there's a bit of fatigue. They're not really hitting on all cylinders as they were before. And I don't know, it seems like there's like green stuff on your by your side there.
Wait,
Can you see it on your side?
nah, nah,
It's
wait,
like it's like okay, it's fine now. It's fine. Sorry, sorry.
yeah,
Yeah. I was still saying that I think with Liverpool, we noted that they're suffering from a bit of fatigue as of lately. I don't know. It seems like they're not really hitting on all cylinders like they used to, but they're still getting results. I think that's the one thing to note about them. They're still able to grind out results, and I think even looking at these fixtures consecutively, we're thinking that hey, they might be a blip here. They
yeah,
might be, running out of steam. But fair play to them for just like managing to grind through games, especially against tough opponents. And they seem like they're still within the intent. They're still willing to give that extra mile, and I think that's credit to Arne Slot. Um, um, I'd say the game itself was pretty much all Liverpool. I think, Newcastle, Alexander Isak was missing, so
yeah.
I'd say their biggest attacking front was not there. But I'd say for me, man, credit to players like Curtis Jones, Luis Diaz, who are, who have, for one, who have been like off form for the past couple of weeks, and they kind of like, showed up, and when they need a result. Also, Dominic Soboslai, another player that I can say, has really stepped up over the past couple of months after, a tough time coming to Anfield, and I think he's kind of staking his claim in this team and just kind of being an integral part. And yeah, overall, man, I'll just say. Uh, Not much of the game. Usually if it between these two teams, the fixture is quite intense, quite end to end. But
Yeah.
for the most part, I feel like yes, Liverpool gave away a couple of chances here and there, but it wasn't anything of note. So I'd say a good win, a solid win, and yeah, man, I think 13 points,
13,
top
13
of the table
points.
now.
13 points, bro. And just to touch on Newcastle, I think, yeah, they have one of the most energized teams. Their pressing style of play is quite evident that Eddie Howe has worked on it in his team. They have one of the most robust midfields, but yo, it was so easy for Curtis Jones and Dominic Zoboslai to find themselves in pockets of space to exploit
Mm,
that weakness. And from the first goal, bro, Liverpool just breezed through there in the midfield, dog. They
yeah,
just,
yeah.
just breezed through. Luis Diaz, cut back, Zoboslai, free man in the box, finish. So I think Newcastle also them is catching on to them this season. This is a actually a prelude to the Carabao Cup final, and if they're gonna put in
Oh
this,
yeah, of course. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
if they're gonna put in this
Mm.
type of performance, just give Liverpool the cup right now because they were
Mm.
literally non-existent. Callum Wilson, I know he's a bit rusty, but yo, this is your chance, bro. This is your chance, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah, no. Callum Wilson, shame. He was once a good player, once upon a time, but I think, put the fries in the bag, bro. I'm
Hey,
so
bro,
sorry. I'm
try,
so sorry.
try. Another one who is
Jeez,
getting
yeah.
called to put the fries in the bag is Mikel Arteta, bro. The Arsenal fans are already calling it a season, bro. They're already calling it a season,
Oh,
bro. Do you think it's done, bro? It's over for them.
I like the fact that we keep on having this conversation and that one word where we're like, Arsenal, if Arsenal,
Ish.
And that was 2 games ago. That was probably like even 7 days ago where we last shot that episode. And now, I mean, jeez, yo, Arsenal, man. A very funny institution of a club. I'd say even watching the game in question, Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal, and I mean, again, man, they just look so limp. There's just nothing there. And unfortunately, Villa, they've just been dealt a very difficult hand when it comes to injuries. And yeah, I know Mikel is struggling to make it work because you've got your talisman who's out. You've got your two makeshift strikers who are out for the season, and you
Ish.
know, El Capitano, El Capitano, he's out there posing for the cameras, but nothing in terms of actually attacking output. So, yeah, no. If you to answer your question, is it done? Yes, 100% it's done. I know that there's still 3 months of football left to play and a lot can happen, but with this Arsenal team, there's no way, man. Like, there's just like, yo,
Nah, bro.
having Arsenal be the one chasing you, nah.
Nah, I think I can agree. I think yo, Bukayo Saka coming back won't really help them. Maybe they can salvage another 80 plus point season, which is something that Arsenal fans really
I
highly regard, as a top tier achievement, 80 plus points in the league.
At this, if honest, I think I'll disagree only for the fact that going 3 seasons in a row as second place, they don't care about that, bro. Like that's not a trophy. Like that's a weird trophy to say 80 points trophy. Like y'all, these guys are like they're suffering, bro. Like they're just like, bro, we need something. Like we can't just be keeping the same thing of like, but we're playing good, eh? We're play like how far can that get you? Like honestly, I think for me it's getting to that point now where it's just like, bro, I know something really needs to change. I can understand the injuries that came at the wrong time, but even before that, they were not that convincing. I'd say
Nah,
this is the worst version of this Mikel Arteta team in the past three seasons that they've been title challengers, and I don't know if a single striker would be able to just fix all of that. Maybe they would. I'm
nah.
not sure, but as a whole, I'd say, Nottingham Forest, they had a game plan. They knew that, what, we're going to make sure we stay very compact. And I think you noted something that about Nuno Espirito Santo
Yeah,
before
after
we went on
during the
camera.
post-match interview, he was asked why didn't they revert to their, normal three at the back, five at the back system, and he was like, there was no need. I think we could play four and, get an extra midfielder or an attacker in the game because Arsenal don't have a striker. So three center backs wouldn't
Oh,
be occupied by anyone at that point because the striker's always out there trying to play the ball. So yeah, it's tough, bro. Even the
yeah,
opposition managers know actually what Arsenal need, bro. Like, it's very clear to see. Despite we can talk everything about the mentality of the players and the club as a
yeah,
whole, but you need that bagsman, bro. You need that bagsman, especially if you're
that
going
focal
against
point, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
if you're going against teams with Mo Salah, lethal player, Erling Haaland, lethal players, bro, that we're talking about, one of the deadliest in front of goal in world football. You need one of those if you want.
Yeah.
But hey, it's chai, I guess.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
chai.
well.
And we
Oh,
also
well.
had another interesting fixture there in London, Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City. Erling Haaland getting back from injury with a goal, had one disallowed at the end, which is, I think it was a shaky decision because it wasn't conclusive that
Yeah,
in ball, but
yeah.
they take the three
Mm.
points. What are your thoughts on their performance as a whole?
I'd say for the most part, you can clearly tell that, they're just kind of figuring how to just get back to themselves. You can see that they're just trying their best. They're really in a really bad slump at the moment, and I think they needed to just have a really solid performance against a team that for the most part has been their bogey team,
Yeah,
especially this ground. It's been a bogey ground. Only now they've kind of just shaken the cobwebs of the stadium and just this team itself. As we saw them this beginning of the season, what they did to them at the Etihad. So I think they kind of just knew that, like, let's not leave ourselves too susceptible. They did concede a couple of chances, but I think, Tottenham they didn't really, what can I say? They didn't like take their chances, efficiently enough. But I'd say for the most part, I'm liking Savinho. I'm liking this Jeremy Doku Savinho, wing pair up. I think this is what they probably need moving forward. I think
Yeah.
Jack Grealish, thank you very much. You can pack your bags back to
Nando
the Midlands.
Silva.
It's reps. Bernardo Silva, he's also kind of struggling for form at the moment, but I think now that front four of Haaland, Marmoush, um, Jeremy Doku and Savinho, that's probably the way to go, just to really end the season on a high. I think they still have the FA Cup to fight for, and they still have top four. But I'd say overall, I'd say not much to really note from the game itself. A game that usually has a lot of goals, has a lot of
Yeah.
intrigue. Not much this time around. I'd say Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, no, I don't know. Interesting that he's still in the job at this point right now. I think they won during the weekend, but just overall,
Yeah.
they're really just having a pretty bad season, even by Tottenham standards. This is really, really bad. So I don't know.
It's tough. Tough, tough, tough. I like that
Yeah.
you mentioned Savinho and Doku. I think those guys, bro, they have dribbling, the technical ability, chance creation. I think they just need end product, and I think we're gonna see the best of that quartet up front. But they're still building chemistry. Most of them signed this season, especially Marmoush and Savinho. So they still have to build that
Hmm.
and build a cohesive like front four. Plus also the midfield. It's Nico Gonzalez right now with it's
Yeah.
either Gundogan or Bernardo Silva at times. So I think Pep Guardiola has to do a rebuild now, which is something that
Mm.
he hasn't got a chance to do in most of his career. I think 16, 17
Not really.
you could say
Mm.
that there was some sort of rebuild, but now he has to reinvigorate this team, and I think this is a start. About Victor Reis, Kushanov, smart defender, very very clean. I like this his
Yeah.
performance against Vinicius in the Champions League knockout playoffs, but other than that, it's 3 points for Man City, and they're getting close to getting guaranteed Champions League football for next season, which would be a great thing for them. But other than
With
that,
the season that they've had, yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
other than
Yeah.
that, like you said, there's nothing much to say on that game. But at Old Trafford, yo, I don't know. I don't know. What's wrong with this team, dog? Like what's wrong with them, bro?
Are you not entertained? Are
Ish.
you not entertained? On a serious note, I think, we probably need to like start checking in on United fans' blood pressure,
Yeah,
like, just to see how you guys are doing, because this club kind of, they really just have this ability to just kind of have you on the edge of your seat in all the worst ways possible. And I think watching this game, I'm trying to watch the game, I'm trying to watch Real Madrid on the other side, just trying to like, balance out and all the other games that are playing at the time. And I'm just like, okay, we're starting okay for the most part, and then 5 minutes in, I see Bud Simpson coming out, Patrick Dogu. I just like say, black my brothers in Christ, my black brothers, what are you doing? The world is
bruh,
watching. The lights are
bruh.
bright. Don't do this. Don't do that. And lo and behold, boom, we give them a goal, a very simple, easy goal, miscommunication. Then boom, there you go. It's a 1-0 very early, and you're just like, under the cosh again. Fine, we play our game, and I think we equalized, right? I
Yeah,
think if I'm not mistaken, did we equalize?
we
So we
equalize it.
equalized. I'm like, all right, yeah. So I'm like, all right, set piece, not too bad. All right, I can get behind this. We go ahead. Ah, damn. My brother Patrick Dog, nah, fam. What you
Ish.
doing, bro?
That was
Like,
unlucky though. That
what
was,
you
that was
doing, bro?
unlucky.
You said that you thought it was a bit harsh. I feel like the way it looked, I think the slow-mo didn't help it, but it did
Yeah,
look like it was harsh in terms of like it was a harsh one, but it didn't look great. I think even watching it with the VAR, I
yeah,
can understand the decision made in terms of, because I think he kind of slipped sliding into the tackle because he was nowhere near the ball.
yeah,
So even that red card, I can't really have too much like I can't say too much about it, but I'd say
Yeah,
it was still harsh either way. Yeah, but fine. And then, they score again. And I think even was it the second goal? I'm just looking at, I'm like, Onana, like, no, nah,
come
nah.
on.
We started on such a good foot. We started on such a good footing, and it's just, oh, yeah, no, honestly, I think we kind of need to have that conversation about Onana now. I think as much as we can say, 2 years ago he was the best in the world. Nah, bro. Yeah.
Done, it's done,
I
bro.
can't. Nah. I don't
Done. You
know.
don't
What did
do.
you make of the game as a whole? Sorry
I
to cut you
mean,
off.
entertaining for sure, entertaining. But yo, that just shows the level of both teams. Like the fact that it went as far as a 3-2 thriller between Manchester United and Ipswich, just shows you like where the teams are at this moment. But credit to Bruno Fernandes, bro. Like you know, I think. Even though we were not where we're supposed to be, his performances would have been like put in high regard if we're up there, title challenging. But
Definitely. Yeah.
without this guy, bro, we're a bad team, bro. With him, we're a mid team. So it's something, dog. It's something, dog. It's something.
Ah,
He's been pulling the weight as the captain of the team. You know,
yeah.
taking us away from a relegation battle. Bruno Fernandes, hey dog. I saw Roy Keane complaining about him and whatever. I think he's been
I
what?
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Mm,
he's probably one of the most unluckiest players to play for Man United in this like generation. Him along with Paul Pogba, talented and all, but the team that they're playing
mm.
is not really top quality. Onana, esh, just terrible. Just terrible, bro. Like the fact that two of of the goals that we conceded, he was partially responsible for that. That was
Yeah.
that's bad on his behalf. But up front, we still don't have any potency up front, dog. There's no one who can go to and say this is the man who can get us the goals, dog.
How how the hell are we gonna be able to challenge for the Premier League? Never mind top four if we've got WW champion, world heavyweight champion, Rasmus Højlund fighting WrestleMania main events with every single defender that he has and not even winning. Like that's for me, that's the thing that kind of baffles me and kind of frustrates me just because the funny thing about Rasmus Højlund is the fact that he is a player when he gets chances. Most of the time, he's not a Darwin Nunez in the sense of he misses clear cut chances. He's
Yeah,
very potent in terms of getting an opportunity, but it's finding himself in those positions in the first place. That's the part he struggles. He really struggles, and you can tell
facts.
that he's trying to develop his game in terms of his hold up play, in terms of just like being more of a focal point just to help. But I think that part of his game, he really needs to work on it, or just like you work with your strengths. Just like kind
Yeah,
of be a player who runs into space, run around the flanks. Just get into those half spaces. Because honestly, for the fact that Joshua Zirkzee has been one of the more he can't he's not a striker, but he's been one of the more impressive players alongside Bruno Fernandes for the past couple of games. That's it's telling. It's very telling the fact that
yeah.
he's going on 16 games, Hoyland, 16 games without scoring a goal, which is which is really like not even for like championship. That's really bad.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I
And
think it's really
OG
gonna need
and
us to.
two of our center backs scoring the goals to get us the win. Yeah, that just sums it all up, bro. That just sums it all
Yeah,
up. And yeah,
disappointing. But
entertaining game, I guess.
it is what
Entertaining game. And
yeah.
we're
All
gonna
in all,
round
yeah.
if we're gonna round up all the other fixtures, Brighton winning 2-1 against Bournemouth at home. Crystal Palace
Hmm.
slapping Aston Villa 4-1. I think Glasner has managed to turn the tide around. 9 wins, nine
Definitely.
draws, 9 loses for Crystal Palace. They are the most mid-table of all mid-table teams, bro. Like
You know
stable,
what? You
stable
know
team,
that
bro.
there's yeah stable. Just like we're not in a relegation fight. We're not gonna be pushing for Europe. We're just here. We're just here.
Yeah,
By what's this? By May, you already know that they're fine. They're on the beach already. They're just
yeah,
waiting for. So I think because they had a very tough start to the season. So it's kind of nice to see that they're playing football at a high level. Jean-Philippe Mateta,
Ish.
once again, showing that he's the best ball striker in the league. You know, don't at me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beto, what's up, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like,
And
fair
also,
play
yo,
to him,
Beto
man.
had a lot of chances missed in their game against Brentford. Away at Brentford,
Yeah,
Everton won,
yeah,
Brentford won. David Moyes, the results have been way too good to be true, especially for this team
yeah.
where they were.
Yeah.
I think he's punching above his weight. Interesting to see how they invest in the summer. Fulham 2, Wolves 1.
Interesting to see.
Yeah,
Sorry to cut you off. Interesting to see. Do you think he's gonna stay? Would you think it would be a good decision for him to stay,
at
like
Everton.
overall? Mm. Do you think that would make sense, or is it just was this just more of like a press button for emergency?
Nah, I think he's gonna stay. I mean, it's the club the way he made his name. Actually, it would be a great place to end his career, especially if he can push Everton back into the European places, which the Conference League is
Uh,
open for that now. I think it would be a nice place. And you? Do you think he's gonna stay?
Personally, for me, I don't think so. I do feel like, just like in terms of we're thankful for what you've done. We're thankful for what you did here, but I think, probably getting another manager because I think looking at what Brighton did with Hertzler, he's a young manager who's kind of, really been doing a pretty decent job for the most part. I'd say De Zerbi, he really over exceeded expectation, but I think what he's been, I think
Bro, Deserve
maybe
was
kind of
like
this thing
10,
of
bro.
going. Yeah, sure, fair. That's
Bro,
true. But I don't know. I think for me, this model of just going for like the managers of yesteryear, you can see Bo Allardyce and Bo Tony Pulis. They're not even like being called anymore. I think we should kind of just leave that generation right there. Like just leave them there and just like move a bit forward. In my opinion, I know that manager market is not really that um exciting at the moment for the
yeah.
most part, but I just feel like I don't know. But yeah, I think that I just wanted to note that. But yeah, you
Conference League
can just
winner, bro.
continue
Put
rounding
some
up.
respect on David Moyes, bro. The chosen one.
All right, all right. Uh, now let's just wrap up the rest of the
Yeah,
fixtures.
Fulham winning 2-1 away at Wolves and Chelsea, bro, Southampton.
I know, bro. Everybody wants to get their licks in,
Yo.
bro. They want to it's like we made your.
Nah,
I
bro.
know. No.
Yes, yes, you. Nah, the Saints, bro, are getting peppered, dog. Mm.
Everybody is just like, you know that there's that meme,
Yeah.
yeah, with all the certain individuals and the certain, and you're just like,
Yeah,
oh, anyways, yeah,
Southampton is the baddie of the league, bro. They're just handing it out there, bro. They're just handing it out. Bro, anyone can just
that's
come and
great.
say, yo.
But
But yeah, that was a
yeah, but
roundup of the
actually,
midweek fixtures. There's a game actually
yeah,
going on right now, West Ham versus Leicester City, 11th minute right now. That's a game that we're going to be watching right now. Leicester City in poor run of form, Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ish, it's tough there for our boy, bro.
no, no, it's not all it's cracked up to be, and honestly, the bottom three, my goodness, they're
Ish,
getting worse and worse every single year now. For the past 3 years, the bottom three, the teams that get promoted have a tough time really like, actually staking a claim and being, and I think that's a conversation we'll probably have like,
yeah, definitely.
down the line in terms of just like what's really the issue. But I'd say, yeah, no, I do see West Ham winning that game. I'm sure by the time this video comes out, the result will probably be there. We'll just
Yeah,
put it up there. But yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's really because I think the stat was they've gotten 4 games, home games, losing without scoring a goal
yo,
or something, which is yeah. So it just tells you where they're at as a team, and yeah, I don't really see them doing anything. If yeah, even if it's a fight for survival, I just feel like the gulf in quality is just way too big. So yeah.
Hey man, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But one thing that has been decided, fairly, Liverpool probably running away with the title, and the bottom three, ish, it's back to the championship, I guess, bro.
Back to the championship, yeah. But it seems like the Premier League will be taking a break. It seems like the this weekend's fixtures are going to be FA Cup. So I think we will be here. I think a week from now, most probably, just to touch on whatever fixtures. Going to be an interesting one because
Yeah,
United versus Arsenal. That's going to be the next big fixture. So can't wait. We'll be there to
yeah.
cover all the fixtures, all the football. We will be there. We're not stopping. We're keeping it consistent, keeping the content at a high level. So yeah, from us, check our socials right there down below, and just yeah, from Mo VJ, no Mo and VJ, no foul play. Stay tuned in.
Go.